Hi there, Spitfire here with Game Mode 5. Today we're playing Orcs Must Die, and this is some of the Lost Adventures DLC from the original game, and this one is called The Pit. No, sorry, this is called Triple Down. Blah, blah. Anyways, as you can see here, I have chosen a few of my regular traps. Actually, most of my regular traps. There's really no surprises here. So we're going to try to 5-skull this map. And we're going to try to do this the best way we can. Now, we've blocked off the two passages on the right, so that they all have to come over here on the left. The reason we've done that is because there are only two spots on the map where we can place that swinging mace. And that is very important that we be able to do that, as it pretty much lays waste to everything that walks underneath it, especially ogres. And ogres are a major issue on this map, especially on the later waves. Okay, the first wave, as you see, with the help of our lightning ring, we pretty much knocked out. We're gonna go ahead and place some of our little friends here, an archer there, and go ahead, lay down our lightning ring and start trying to go in and get some headshots. I'm probably the world's worst person about not really going for headshots. I know I should. I know it's good for the score, but it just seems so counterproductive. And I know that's not the case, but it just takes so much longer, and I'm not a patient person! See, there we go, there's a headshot. I actually try a few times, to get headshots, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Okay, so we're gonna place some more traps here. Try to do the best we can. The reason we're placing the archers here is kind of twofold. There are some kobold sappers on this level, and you want to be very careful of those guys because they'll blow your barricades up. But then again, that doesn't happen if your archers get to them first. Also, the archers do help soften up some of the enemies before they get to you, which can help you with your combos. And we will also place a couple archers behind us to help us melt the guys coming through our kill box as well. Okay. Let's see. So we're going to place one more archer right here. Now, do keep in mind that even with that, they are still rather susceptible to issues. So, do be careful. Okay, we're also going to... What are we doing there? Okay. We're going to place a grinder right there and a tar trap under it for right now because a lot of creatures, orcs or whatever, miscellaneous bad guys, do take that sharp corner. So we're going to place that there to help kind of rid ourselves of them. Not only that, but with the placement of our good friend, our good friend, the lightning cloud. Actually, those do help. The lightning cloud can reach out that far and pick off some enemies and get you some combos. So yeah, there's that. Okay. Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so these guys are coming back through this way now that they've figured out there's nowhere else they can go. Alright. So we're going to go ahead and melt these guys' faces. Alright, at the very moment, this particular trap setup is rather overpowered, but we will need to continue making it as overpowered as possible, and you will see why later. Go ahead, pop our lightning cloud, come back down here for a mana refill. Okay, and then we're coming back up here. Alright. Now, again, I mentioned the ogres. I forgot to mention that they were fire ogres. Fire ogres are a giant pain in the nuggets. especially on this level. But, you know, of course, the key to fire ogres and kill boxes is really kiting them through. And that guy right there, he fell prey to our extra grinder over there, thankfully. Made him easy to take out. Alright. So we pretty much have this kill box entirely set up. Now we will actually set up another one for the sake of time. As with all maps, time is a very, very important thing that you always want to take into consideration. The second kill box, obviously, if you're watching, we're setting up right here, coming through. Now it's not going to have the swinging mace, but we can live with that. It definitely helps melt our enemies so that we can, you know, make a timely endeavor of this. Alright, so there we go. We have taken out those two guys. And really just have to pick off the rest of the stuff here. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and pick that up. Let's go ahead and place down some more tar traps to complete this. Now, right here in the middle, you can place brimstone, you can place a tar trap. You can even place a wind trap if you really wanted to. It doesn't really matter. I would prefer to have a wind trap there, but of course don't have the room to really put that with the other things that we've chosen to beat this level with. Now I'm placing these 3 archers right here. The placing of those is intentional. The reason that I'm placing them there is so that we can place the paladins later. So yeah. Now if you just heard, we also have to deal with the one guys. You know what I'm talking about? The one guys? Those guys on this level. And oh, it sounds like we've got another one in trouble. I forgot about this guy. And melt his face. Melt your face! Come here, let me melt your face. Alright. Melted his face right off. Didn't even have a chance. Alright, unfortunately that means the next few waves I am going to be archerless, which means I'm going to have to be a little bit more on my guard. Well, not archerless. I'm not archer full. How about that? Oh, sounds like another one. Okay, alright, there we go. Okay, so there we go. We're going to melt him. Alright. We should pop our lightning again. Pretty much, if you get the timing on this map down, every single time your lightning comes up, you pretty much should hit it. There are a few exceptions, but, you know, the timing really depends also on how you have the trap set up and how you're moving your character, your player, rather. Your player character person. Alright, so our archers are still down, but we're not really noticing any ill effects from that. I'm going to come over here, pop that in the center, because again I am archerless, hoping I will kind of, you know, mop up some of the troublemakers that might come down there. Okay, now here's our second kill box. I could have waited until I got to my main kill box, but that would have been, you know, a little bit more time-consuming, and eventually they make it over here anyway. So again, here we're going for 5 sculling, not high scoring. Alright, so one thing that we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and place these fire pop-up-y, trappy things here for, well, now, okay, anyway, those are to protect from the kobold sappers and possibly any more kobold hunter guys. The other thing that I wanted to tell you about is that room that we were just in was actually filled with TNT traps at one point, but I believe what happened was our what do you call those things? The crossbow orcs probably detonated that. So yeah, you can utilize those. Just make sure that you place them and get them out of the way as soon as possible. Okay, I mentioned earlier about the paladins, and so you just watched us place those. We're not going to place any out here because we definitely want them to come through our trap. We're going to place 2 brimstone here. It's just to help melt face. And a couple of archers down here, just in case something gets as far. And on this level, with this number of ogres, especially fire ogres, that's probably going to happen. Another thing that we're going to do is we're going to place. Looks like I'm going to have to take back one of those archers. I can put him back later. It's always good to have, you know, backups like that. And we're going to place these here to pretty much melt anything that gets through. We're, again, going for 5 sculling. We really don't want to take any chances. So, yeah, there's that. And let's go ahead and pop. Boom goes the dynamite. There we go. Alright, I'm going to come down here. I'm going to refill. And then we're going back up. Alright, we're going to pop that. Running from these guys' effects is pretty much a moot point. Don't even try. I mean, it does seek you out, and it will hit you eventually. Okay, there are some crossbow orcs. We're going to go ahead and pop that. Come down here, refill. Our kill box traps should pretty much take care of them, so that we don't have to. By the time we get back up here, there we go. Time for the next wave. Okay, popping that, running back down for a refill. Alright. Now, of course, we've got these kobold runners. They're really nothing to worry about. We can take those out, no issue whatsoever. Okay, and again, we make light work of that. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna go into the Steel Weaver. Now here, I'm gonna take Death Augmenter and oiled trap gears. I probably should take the increased health for my guardians and archers and whatnot, but I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so here is one of those guys there. We're going to go ahead and pop that, run down here, and we're going to refill because we will need it again. Oh, I got a barricade down. What's going on? Oh, crap. Okay. No. Now I'm gonna have to kill you just to be able to do this, aren't I? That's one thing I love about that lightning ring. It does melt. Melts face. And, well, the rest of you too, pretty much. Okay. Let's go ahead and burst you down. And that is one of the reasons for the paladins, so that we've got that extra time here. Anyway, I'm Spitfire with Game Mode 5. We did 5 skull this map. Let's double check. And there we go. Till next time, like, subscribe, comments, please.